So this show was a really good show tonight. So we get one member, we get one membership. You know, my description is below. So let's go between of tonight's AEW Full Gear Ghost live right now. So we got Any Say and Gianna Paso. Also could have a news of some less than time. Any Say and Gianna Paso opens a several-hour pre-show with a singles match. Obviously that had a few along the way. After with the first 30 seconds, Gianna Paso simply took a back bump for no reason, forcing Any Say to stay on her feet to keep up the match moving toward. Obviously at the end as a referee lost Talifakia and forcing Willie's bill at the ringside. After with the Roddy Leslie caused a DQ in any match. Also, however, you could tell the referee was not supposed to see it. And so instead of cutting off in the match, he assaulted Talifakia from a ringside, allowing Any Say to score as it intended with win a few moments. Also a little very raw. It was mostly as a match was fine. These two moments stuck out in her is overall Gianna Paso is a been good a performer and Any Say has improved a lot of in 2024. After but sometimes having a sense to a match ahead of time will help to auto out these mistakes. Was it all that Brink said, and was it saying if Any Say get a win over someone on the other possible level is a good. Was it guessing that AEW is a visit in her and will continue to push her heading into a new year. So after AEW fans like goofy gimmicks, I just several hour pre-show was it? Where this match with the Costco guy Big Boom AC took on Cutie Marcel. AC's son Big Justice was also in attendance was an over social media star. Without the Wassel, wherever you know who they are, you probably got a kick out of this. So what if you don't know these people who probably roll your eyes the whole time? AEW has never steered away from forcing people from outside of pro wrestling. I did with like Snoop Dogg and Acid Boston and actors like Paul White, Paul Walter Hassel. I wasn't making appearances, but I think the difference between them and Big Boom is that he wasn't called a pro wrestler into the new so the injury scene several years ago. Also not only was ASIC experience, but he and Critique Marcel have a history that AEW has used to build this massive in recent weeks. I just reaction to this match fell into two categories on the side. Either who had a fans who thought this was done and took a spot away from the AEW roster on the other side. I think you had an AEW fans who found all of this entertaining that we live in an area where a young woman can become famous for saying hawk And after people get millions of fools on TikTok for posting videos about trying different Costco Guy snacks, I think so we need to accept that this stuff is not going away anytime soon. The list based on the crowd rather the AEW fan base was insulting this copy match. So I know that wherever you go on social media you will see some people acting like this is the end of the wrestling business as we know it. I think if Dave and Quality winning a world title and didn't kill pro wrestling guy who tries the food court and homes where his son Cody isn't going to take it down either. So we have the claim or done. Andre Mascoster and Amy Bowens had a chance to win in gold. And when they fought in a four-way match in a tag title, but listen on Saturday, but it's the same issue they've been having for weeks wasn't in the match. I just said, of course, Miss Tip was Mascoster taking too much time to pose for the crowd and missing a tag from Amy Bowens. I knew when he needed an assist. I just said the second Miss Tip was having when Mascoster tagging himself in. I knew when Amy Bowens was already so little man. This lead to a right moment when Amy Bowens tried to pin Mascoster. I knew it was made for a funny spot, but didn't fully make sense. I just saw Miss Tip. I knew when Mascoster tagged himself in right before Amy Bowens was about to get to the pin and wins in the match. But at this point, the crowd had turned on Mascoster and began chanting at him. I just said a fourth and final McNeil into the coffin was after when Mascoster was pinned by Private Party and Brady Gunn look was heartbroken to see this his family was falling apart outside the Saints. This was not only have the band having issues during the matches, but Mascoster has clearly gone under everyone's skin during backstage promo, especially whenever MVP is around. And this is one of the first tag teams that are formed in AEW. Everyone's Mascoster were both hired as single stars and put together either by Tony Khan, but after 5 years it runs in the both trios and tag champs. This is what it felt like the team has won its course. And they didn't break up at the pay-per-view. This was but all of the work was done to set it up. And there is a good chance that the next time we see the claim is the last. Next match we have Chris Stenando. Is AEW a secret weapon? Either Chris Stenando has had 2 long hostels and due in injuries in the past, but able since she returned from her second leg injury at Double 19 last year's. She has been on fire every time AEW puts Chris Stenando in a big match. This was a strategy Bossy nails it her honestly in feud with Nanagu, so a lot of people what she capable of. Either of but her match against Monet at Full Gear may be her best performance to the date. Under Money is well regarded as an in-ring competitor, but she always seems to bring a little extra something to the masses. Under when she is overpowered and outmasses by her opponent. Under Chris Jericho is one of so Wales is not the strongest women in AEW, so she forced the TV champion to dig deep and into 80 ounce of her strength to stand a chance. After a funded event, Chris Jericho unfortunately lost to Monet, but she added yet over great performance to her resume and made a case for why she should be ends up running for more title opportunities into the Universal. So next match we have Ospreay, we take on Conor Foster with Bone to do this. And was coming into the full gear, one of the most matches was after Will Ospreay versus Conor Foster, it became that without even needing a title to make. This was a failed special. This was a gross match between former early, so I think it wasn't about wins and losers. And both men came into this looking to hurt the other person. I just thought Conor Foster this match was about breaking out of Ospreay solo the time in a night of power might have gone to 25-year-old. I know where he is. I know but he wants to prove he is capable of more. I know what Ospreay is about was all about giving the operation for Conor Foster. Very he seemed to care more about losing his friend. And then losing an awesome title. So I didn't really go with the emotional during his entrance. Andre was involved was one of the best bell-to-bell performance on the entire pay-per-view. Then they made his imaging back and music years of friendship to the bell. I just said a kind of chemistry that only comes from knowing someone else almost has you know yourself. I just live matches just good, so we saw almost doesn't matter because both the guys deserve the win in the eyes of the crowd. Conor Foster ended up defeating his former mentor and possibly his best AEW performance to the date. Whenever you see only one match from this pay-per-view, it is one. In the next match, we have Danny Garcia is a universal. Wasn't in order to be a champion in the muscle permission, and wasn't needs to have aiming skills in plasma and support of the crowd. Danny Garcia has proven on multiple occasions that he has the on-screen part of what makes Red Death. So I just so reactable is that he is basically says a wanna do. Dude, he's not a 6.6 powerhouse. Wasn't on long form and quality so he's in good shape. But he doesn't have a particularly something from God he looks like I think he looks like he could be your co-worker or a neighborhood. I think there's the thing that makes him special is incredible. Johnson ability he can put on a good match. I think when it says about anybody that's the kind of talent Also, that is affordable to a promoter. After he said Perry built up a personal feud as a for the TNT title, but wasn't in a highly physical match. The body story it wasn't in a way that made the outcome hard to process, which is always a plus, isn't often a possible world of pro wrestling. After both men came close to winning multiple times, Jenny Garcia made the former single boy and tap out to become the new TNT champion. I just said the crowd offered it when he looked in his forces of the super pseudo and pulled set Perry to the middle of the ring to insult he couldn't reach the ropes. After we saw some great stuff on Saturday, but this moment is going to be one of the most discussed way into Wednesday Dynamite. And next match they have Owens Cassidy is no longer a pro wrestler. After when AEW forced rollouts into worldwide attendance was reduced to Owens Cassidy, a lot of people didn't know. I knew what to make of him. He was a guy who put his hands in his pockets. I do think the weakness in case you have ever seen on purpose in a most never spoke or get into wars. Also for a few years, the lazy in the Celtic war, but we will all knew he would need to evolve. I don't believe he ever wanted to be seen as more than a main card comedy was at in 2024. We saw him do exciting that he may still have the same lazy thumbs up opposed in the talent taunt his opponent by putting his hands under his pockets, but nobody can deny how the skilled he is as a wrestler. I wasn't out to see him perform in a big match, especially after his run as an announcement champion opened a lot of eyes, but this his feud with Moxley in the Death Rattles is what he hasn't turned him into a main event title in AEW. So he wasn't been beaten and braided, but also gossip is what has won so many people. Also overheat, Mark Davis facing every lawsuit he can found that also is a part of what makes him supposed to younger fans. After it took a side and for Huda to get Moxley to win, so under a small way, almost Cassidy was projects in this lose and all in was all focus was never any AEW pay-per-view, but it constantly had highs and lows. And it was your favorite part of Sunday show. So my favorite was this was a really good match. So this was an incredible moment between that. So I was thinking about more, I think. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Okay, next match I have Robert Strong versus MCF. After MCF bested Robert Strong in a match between the two of the more gifted wrestlers on the AEW roster, the match was very good, with MCF following up his early match attack on Robert Strong, and with a constant offense the Strong. After he responded talking to the back of his opponents, he wanted to the world why he was one doesn't know has a back breaker in the MCF onto the ring, where as a result of unwanted tapping thrown out and adding to the seal attack for the good mental. Adam Cole is an honest for the kingdom, makes it a save enough after MCF did the most of his damage. After Kyle O'Reilly was recovered in his former friend and a tag partner to close things out to continue the Buzzing story, this would have been a more versus orbital, and the winner of this match is MCF. This was no amount of heat. As a company taunts the fans against MCF, is it becoming more difficult to no connect with his version of MCF. I just said the stories he has been involved in since the end of his world title reign is a great work. So this is a really good match. Next match has Space Blade, Say White, goes 1-on-1 against him and Adam Page. I just wish Blade Say White improved his records against him and Adam Page to have 5 wins, cutting ankle lock on some former world champion, against the Blade, Warner was a painful victory. I just said the finish came at the end of this morning wrestle match that saw Page attack Say White of angle from the start and constantly worked it over throughout the contest. Say White wasn't targeting his opponent knee. Next match they have Ospreay goes 1-on-1 against Kyle Fossil. We get St. Pain celebration. Next match we have JT Championship match. We got Danny Garcia goes 1-on-1 against Jack Perry. And next match we have AEW a National Championship match. Ricochet versus Kosuke Chisade. And next match we have Sports Jacqueline goes 1-on-1 against Bobby Lashley. And next match we have AEW World Championship match. Owens Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. So have a great Sunday night, and I'll be back here next week on Monday, and I'll see you guys next time. So let's go my community poll on my YouTube. So I got 100% like the show tonight. 6% didn't like it, and 6% is alright. Let's go my export on my Twitter. And I got 7.5 like the show tonight. 18.8 didn't like it, and 43.8 is alright. So have a great Sunday night, and I'll be back here this Monday for Monday Night Raw, and so much more. So have a great Sunday night, and I'll see you guys next Monday for Monday Night Raw, and so much more. So if you want to subscribe on this channel, you can get 1 membership and 1 schedule on all the globe of the YouTube basis of platforms and any basis on the globe of BCW. So have a great night. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.